We got Martin Day back here on the program. He's going to be making his UFC debut November 24th at UFC Fight Night 141. Martin, what's going on, man? How are you?
What's going on, bro? I'm doing good. Doing good.
I bet, man. Congratulations on getting this UFC contract. When did this all come together with you signing with the UFC?
Thank you. First of all, yeah, it came together last week. Wednesday is when I got the signed the contract and got the call. So I'm real happy to hear it. And it's been a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifices, and I'm happy to finally get the call.
Where were you when you got the call, and who's the first person you told?
I was at the gym. I was actually running a kickboxing class, and my coach called me during the class, and I wasn't gonna answer because I was teaching, but I figured, you know what, I should probably answer. So he's the guy that told me, and the first person I called and told was my fiance. She told me that when I get the call, I better be the first person. You know, she's like, I better be the first
Yeah,
person
good.
you call when you get that call. I want to hear. So she was the first, and then it all went on from there. So yeah.
You've always had a good record. You've always fought tough competition. Did you feel like this was coming after your last fight, or was this kind of out of the blue?
I thought maybe it was gonna be coming. You know, I was working for whatever comes my way, staying in the gym, staying ready. But yeah, my last fight definitely catapulted me a little bit. That guy was 8-0 with all finishes, 7 first-round finishes. So it was a good win on my record, and I think that one definitely put me up there in the contention a little bit more.
Was there ever a point where you thought this might not happen? Because again, we talk about the record, we talk about how good you've been in your career, but sometimes for whatever reason, the UFC just doesn't take notice of things like that sometimes.
I never in any instance doubted myself in my mind. This is either I'm getting in the UFC or nothing at all. So this has been my goal, and like I said, I've never doubted myself one ounce. You know, you can't let that kind of doubt enter your mind.
This is your first time fighting outside of North America, correct? This is the first international fight you've ever had, right?
Yeah, it is. First international fight. One of the first times being out of the country.
Excellent. And with the fact that you're taking this fight outside of North America, when are you actually going to be like heading down there? Because I know you got to get acclimatized and everything else.
Yeah, we'll be heading down early. We'll be heading down about 7 days before the fight, and I'll be getting the climate. The climate isn't too different, but you know, I hear that just the environment's a little bit different. So I want to get myself used to it a little bit, get some training in down there, and yeah, just go to work, you know.
Do you have to alter your weight cut at all with the fact you're going to be traveling so far?
No.
Okay, because I know when you're on the plane for a while, I know you retain water. It's pretty tough sometimes to get those extra pounds off. So I guess just business as usual.
Yeah, business as usual. My weight is never an issue. I'm a professional. I make weight every single time, and it doesn't matter if I gotta be dragged to the scale with one leg. I'm still gonna make that weight.
Who's going to be cornering you for this fight? Because I know sometimes you don't get every single cornerman that you'd like.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, especially on a Thanksgiving weekend. You know, people have a lot going on, especially here in Hawaii. A lot of family stuff. But I'll be bringing up my coach Charles Kipili'i. You know, he's been in my corner for every single one of my fights. And I'm also bringing up one of my teammates, Pierre Daguzan. He is a French fighter, but he actually speaks French, Chinese, and English. He was training. Yeah. He'll be good to have. He's also one of my main sparring partners and a very good jiu-jitsu guy. So he'll be in my corner for that, and he'll be helping me throughout the fight week as well. So he'll be my second guy in there.
You know, obviously you're part of Iridium Sports. I know you saw my tweet the other day because I saw you retweeted it. But three members of Iridium Sports get signed to the UFC. How important is good management? Because you know, I think in some cases there's fighters who have good records, but they can't get that connection to some of the bigger organizations. How much do you attribute this contract to your management team?
So much. I attribute it so much to my management team. You know, Jason is the hardest working manager in the business, hands down. And I'm not just saying that. The proof is in the pudding. Like you said, he just signed 3 guys in the UFC just last week. You see how many guys he has in his roster, but yet he takes such good care of us. Even before I got this UFC call, when I was just a few fights in my pro career, he was, you know, when he first picked me up, he was taking care of me, making sure I needed everything. He takes the time and he works real hard for us as fighters. So going back to your question, it's very important to make sure you have the right manager who's pushing for you, you know, because there's a lot of guys that have so many people on their roster, but they kind of overlook the little guys because they have these big guys up here. You know, Jason's not like that. He makes sure that everybody on his roster gets what he needs, and I couldn't be happier with him. I attribute a lot of this signing to him.
Let's talk about your opponent here. A tough outing, Pingyuan Liu. How do you feel like you match up against him here?
I like the matchup a lot. You know, he's a scrappy guy and explosive, but I got his number. I got what it takes I got what it takes to win. I'll be coming in with a good game plan. You know, he'll get frustrated on the feet. He might think he'll want to stand with me at first, but he's gonna change his mind pretty quick on that one.
This is a short notice fight, but you're always in the gym training. Anyone who follows you on social media, you're always getting in the work there. So how has this training camp gone, and who have been some of the guys you've been working with?
I'm working with the same guys. You know, I have my teams. I have Hawaii Elite MMA. You know, I'm in there every day, and I'm in there at Technics Jiu Jitsu over with Max Holloway, Yancy Medeiros, them. Getting good working with all of those guys. Like I said, Pierre Daguzan, excellent fighter. He'll be coming up with me, and he's one of my main sparring partners for this fight. And it's like you said, I'm always in the gym. I'm a martial artist, so I don't train for a fight. I'm training all the time. I'm constantly training. And the only difference when there's a fight is that now it's focused training for a certain skill set and a certain game plan. Besides that, I'm always in shape, always training, and always ready to take whatever comes my way.
How do you see this fight playing out on November 24th?
I see definitely going in my you know, I've worked too hard. This is my time. This is my time, and no one is gonna take it away from me. I don't care if I have to go into this guy's hometown and take it right from him in front of his own countrymen. I'm going to do that. Nothing will stop me from doing that. I will leave the victor, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make that happen.
This is a huge milestone in your career, getting to fight in the UFC. Not everyone makes it to the UFC, right? Like, and I know obviously you've put in a lot of work over the years to get there. Just has there been any message or phone call or email or something from anyone that supported you over the years that has given you props, said congratulations for the fact that you made it in the UFC? Is there one message, something along those lines, that really meant the most?
Not one in particular that I can think of. But I have been, getting a lot of love, especially from everybody here in Kailua and in Hawaii, in my hometown. You know, everybody is messaging me and telling me that how proud they are of me and how they knew I would make it one day and stuff. And, and seems like they never doubted me. I never doubted myself either. But, yeah, definitely feeling the love. And there's been so many cool messages coming my way. So, I want to thank everybody for that. The support has been enormous, and I appreciate it.
Last question before we let you go. We talked about the plane ride. Everyone's got their own sort of routine for being on the airplane. They either, try and sleep, which I'm sure you're going to do, but, sometimes guys will, take the risk and not download any movies and just go on the plane and hope they get some good entertainment. Other fighters will download their own movies. Sometimes you'll listen to a podcast or read a book, play some video games. What are you going to be doing on the airplane? Have you figured that out yet?
Yeah, I'm going to go down to my sponsor shop, Oahu CBD, take some CBD and go to sleep for the entire time. If I can't do that, I'll watch a movie.
Yeah, that's key. That CBD oil is so good for sleeping, and the best part is it doesn't have any THC, so it's not going to like you're going to be super loopy on the plane either.
Right? No THC, no good for me. It's good stuff. It helps with recovery, helps you with relaxation. Definitely good for a plane ride. I'll be using it.
Do you think you'll sleep for the whole ride, or do you think it'll just be for part of it? Are you a pretty heavy sleeper?
Yeah, I can sleep pretty easily, and I can stay asleep a long time, but it doesn't matter whether I sleep or whether I watch a movie. It doesn't really matter to me. I know I'm going to be able to sleep. I always sleep on the planes.
And you certainly don't want to be sleeping for this card, man. This is an awesome card.
Yeah.
This is an awesome fight. November 24th, it is UFC Fight Night 141. Martin, again, congratulations on getting the deal. Just remind people where they can find you on social media. And if you have any sponsors or shout outs, the floor is yours.
Yeah, shout out to my sponsors. Defend Hawaii, all my sponsors that have been helping me out my whole career, sticking with me. I really appreciate you guys. My teams, like I said, Hawaii Elite MMA, Technics Jiu Jitsu, everyone over at Martial Arts Company, my home spot since day one. Yeah, that's it. I appreciate all the support from everybody, especially my hometown in Kailua. I love you guys. That's it, man. I'm ready to do this.